Revelation 13:8. The Lamb who was slain from the creation of the world. Welcome to our exploration of a profound biblical verse, Revelation 13:8, which speaks of the Lamb who was slain from the creation of the world. This verse is not only rich in symbolism, but also offers deep insight into Christian theology and the eternal plan for humanity's redemption. Let's delve into its significance, interpretation, and implications for believers today. To fully grasp the weight of Revelation 13:8, it is essential to understand the broader context of the book of Revelation. This book, written by John, unveils the future and provides spiritual insights through vivid symbols and visions. Revelation 13:8 is part of a larger narrative describing the end times, where various symbols and figures play key roles in the cosmic struggle between good and evil. It situates the Lamb, referring to Jesus Christ, as central to this divine plan. The phrase, "the Lamb," in Christian theology holds immense significance. The imagery of the Lamb is deeply rooted in biblical symbolism, representing purity, sacrifice, and redemption. In the context of Revelation, the Lamb signifies Jesus Christ, whose sacrifice is central to the salvation narrative. This symbolic representation connects deeply with Old Testament practices and prophecies, where lambs were offered as sacrifices to atone for sins. Throughout the Old Testament, sacrifices were a crucial part of religious practice. The Passover lamb, for instance, was a foreshadowing of Jesus' ultimate sacrifice. In the Passover narrative, a lamb was sacrificed to save the Israelites, paralleling how Jesus' sacrifice saves humanity. These connections between Old Testament symbolism and New Testament fulfillment highlight the continuity of God's redemptive plan. An essential theme in Revelation 13:8 is the concept of predestination. The verse implies that Jesus' sacrifice was predetermined before the foundation of the world, illustrating a divine omniscience that orchestrated redemption long before humanity's fall. This predestined plan shows God's proactive and encompassing love, ensuring that grace was available even before the creation itself. Understanding predestination enriches our view of God's sovereignty and eternal purposes. The eternal role of Jesus as the Lamb emphasizes his divine nature and presence before time began. This notion of pre-existing purpose challenges us to reconsider the nature of time and eternity within theological contexts. Jesus' sacrifice wasn't a mere response to human failure. Rather, it was an integral aspect of God's eternal plan, illustrating the depth and intentionality of divine love. The recognition of Jesus as the predestined Lamb holds profound implications for believers. It offers assurance that salvation is rooted in God's eternal plan, fostering confidence in God's love and purpose. Believers can find comfort in knowing that God's redemptive work transcends time and continues to impact lives today, encouraging a life of faith centered around divine love and sacrifice. Understanding this imagery also ties back to historical interpretations within early Christian communities. The recognition of Jesus as the sacrificial lamb permeated early Christian thought, influencing doctrinal developments and shaping the foundation of Christian beliefs about salvation. It emphasized the continuity of God's redemptive plan from the Old Testament to the New Testament, solidifying the belief in a consistent and loving God. As we reflect on this sacrifice, we are invited to consider its implications on a personal level. What does it mean to live in light of such immense love? How can believers embody the sacrificial love demonstrated by Jesus? These reflections encourage personal transformation and a deepened commitment to living out the values of compassion, grace, and selflessness in daily life. The use of metaphorical language in Revelation offers a powerful way to grasp complex spiritual truths. The imagery of the Lamb is a metaphor that communicates purity, sacrifice, and atonement, serving as a bridge between ancient rituals and modern faith. This symbolic language invites believers to explore deeper meanings and connect more personally with the narratives of faith. Understanding the sacrifice of the Lamb encourages believers to live out their faith in practical ways. This might include acts of service, embodying forgiveness, and advocating for justice and mercy in communities. By mimicking the self-giving nature of Jesus, believers can make tangible impacts in the world, living as reflections of divine love and grace. The concept of the Lamb continues to influence modern Christian worship and practice. It shapes the themes of hymns, liturgies, and sermons, continually reminding believers of the core of their faith: love, sacrifice, and redemption. By keeping this imagery central, churches uphold the timeless message of God's sacrificial love across generations. While the core message remains steadfast, interpretations of the Lamb motif can vary across cultural and denominational contexts. These diverse perspectives highlight the richness of Christian tradition and the universal appeal of its foundational themes. Despite differences, the unifying message of redemption and grace remains central. The understanding of Jesus' sacrifice has evolved over centuries, offering insights into how Christians have interpreted these foundational truths in light of changing contexts. From early theological debates to contemporary reflections, the unwavering focus on the sacrificial Lamb underscores its enduring relevance and transformative power. Considering the predestined nature of Jesus' role invites intriguing metaphysical reflections on time and eternity. It challenges us to think beyond linear progressions, inviting a perspective that sees God's actions and plans as eternal and ever-present. This view fosters a profound reverence for God's timeless wisdom. Embracing the sacrificial love of the Lamb carries significant moral and ethical implications. It calls believers to a higher standard of living, marked by love, humility, and service. This sacrificial model inspires a commitment to ethical living, seeking justice, and offering grace in interactions with others. While there is a consensus on the importance of Jesus as the Lamb, varying theological interpretations highlight different layers of understanding. Examining contrasting perspectives widens the scope of faith, inviting dialogue and deeper exploration of Christian doctrines, thus enriching collective understanding. The role of Jesus as the Lamb is intricately bound to the concept of eternal salvation. It signifies the completion of God's plan to redeem humanity, offering believers assurance and peace. This promise of salvation is foundational to Christian hope and inspiration, encouraging a life of faith and trust in God's promises. Anecdotes and analogies can help ground complex theological concepts in relatable terms. By drawing parallels between everyday experiences and the divine narrative, viewers gain a more tangible understanding of the sacrificial themes. These stories resonate on a personal level, inviting introspection and connection. Within eschatological frameworks, the Lamb is a pivotal figure. Revelation's prophetic literature offers insights into end-times theology, where Jesus, as the Lamb, orchestrates final victory over evil. Understanding this role provides a comprehensive view of Christian eschatology, highlighting hope in the ultimate fulfillment of God's promises. To encourage further engagement, consider these questions. How does recognizing Jesus as the Lamb influence your personal faith journey? In what ways can the understanding of his sacrifice shape your interactions with others? These questions prompt ongoing reflection and personal growth in faith. Personal testimonies and interpretations greatly enrich the study of Revelation 13. 8. Sharing diverse perspectives illuminates the multifaceted nature of belief and encourages a community of learning and reflection. By inviting viewer engagement and discussion, deeper connections are fostered within the faith community. Addressing potential criticisms or challenges to traditional interpretations is crucial for a well-rounded understanding. Engaging with differing views respectfully encourages critical thinking and strengthens belief by encouraging a test of faith through reflection and dialogue. In conclusion, Revelation 13:8 offers profound insights into the sacrificial love that lies at the heart of the Christian narrative. By understanding Jesus as the Lamb predestined for sacrifice, believers are invited to embrace a faith defined by profound love, grace, and redemption, a narrative that transcends time and continues to inspire generations. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on how the understanding of Jesus as the Lamb can transform your life. Consider sharing this video with others to spread its message of hope and redemption. Let's embark on this journey of faith together, exploring the depths of God's sacrificial love and connecting in a shared pursuit of truth and grace.